And he starts under center on 1st down and 10. Hands off right side. It's Roschon Johnson. Kyle Monangai unavailable. Picked up a knee injury last Sunday in practice.
Together, and you're right. A little fullback action.
Faking the toss. Williams throws on the run, complete to Dunze. Gets out of bounds in Cincinnati territory. Scampers down to the 36. Scored the winning touchdown in that 47-42 thriller here last year in the regular season. That's Roschon Johnson submarining inside the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 6. Williams throwing again. Loveland in the flat. Can't shake the tackle. Long snapper standing, the Patrick Manley Award winner last year. And Santos from 45 knocks it through. You did one training camp in Tampa at the end of your career, didn't you?
I did. I made it all through training camp. And my last play, making a tackle, sent me to the operating room.
Fair enough. Taj Brooks on the run. Full speed across the 30, down to the 32. We'll have our eyes on Taj tonight. Last week in his Bengals preseason debut this year. Going short, Dante Myers. You want to see more Dante Myers. And there he is, a gain of 9. 3 receiver set for Johnson. 4 in the rush. Looking to the sideline again. And that is caught. Colby Young, a 1st down.
Let's go right back to number 86, Colby Young. Josh Johnson gets back to play.
Josh Johnson trying to get everyone lined up with 2 on the play clock. He got the snap away. Everybody's coming. Thrown incomplete. Dante Myers scampers out of bounds with a 1st down. Well, Myers gets open. Johnson play fake. 1st down. Throws into the flat. And that's Mitchell Tinsley, who was the darling of last preseason. Gain of 4 to Tinsley. Handoff goes to Milton. Barrels ahead. Taj Brooks started the drive. Looking to answer an opening Bears field goal drive by their ones. Johnson will keep this. And dart for 1st down and more inside the 15 to the 12. 1st down and 10. Firmly in the red zone now. Johnson looking, throwing, near sideline. Couldn't get away. 3rd down and 10. Johnson throws, completes. That's Myers. He's not going to get there. He's down at the 8, and the offense isn't going anywhere yet. This is a much more manageable 25-yard chip shot. And he makes it look just as easy. Inducted to the Bengals Ring of Honor November 1st.
Mike, I have to say, pound for pound, one of the strongest running backs. Maybe, 190 pounds. He could run over you, kind of run around you. One tough cookie.
Caden Davis got this out to the 29-yard line.
At this point, it didn't stall the drive, but could have very easily stalled it.
Completing and making his way up the line. Robinson wearing 96 in the middle of the Bengals defensive front. 2nd and 19. This is Ahmed. Got wrapped up as soon as he made the catch by Hayward. Sets up 3rd down.
I love the white helmets and I love the white uniforms. It looks pretty cool.
Well, this is a clever way to get the ball in the hands of Dante Myers.
What they were able to do, practice together before this game.
They really whipped up the crowd for this 1st down and 10. Little jump throw into plenty of yards into the 35-yard line. That is Roush getting all the way into Bengals territory to close out the quarter.
And they got to go against their main guys, and so that's what we want to see. We want to see, can they go in the game and hold up against real guys? A lot of really good pass protection there. We've had some penalties to really get some good work in.
We talked earlier before the game about all the competition at all the positions. Give me a little insight on number 52, Cedric Johnson.
It hasn't always been this way, but you're going to have to make very, very difficult cuts in the D-line room. That's thrown into the wide boundary, and Davis.
They front 4.
They've all made it.
Breaking news. Handoff up the middle. There's Roschon Johnson.
in what we want to do on offense. And it's just great to see him out there. But the rest of the guys have all felt the competition and all risen to it. And it's going to be hard decisions when it comes down to, do you keep this many at this position or this many at this position?
For me, as a former player that's gone through this, you know, I know that we're not watching a lot of starters, but I love watching these guys that you're talking about, the free agents, the low-round picks.
And the special teams coordinators care deeply about these moments. It will be Myers. He's tapping his chest. He wants it. And here he goes. 25, 30, wrapped up and brought down to the 31-yard line. Coming out of Southern Mississippi, and that got him into the league. Undrafted by Kansas City, and then with Chicago for a time, and the Giants as well. Running up the gut on 2nd down and 10. 6 games for the Giants last year. Bengals were looking at him. This tipped and swatted down short of the line to gain, looking for Colby Young. That's Blackwell, got his paw on it. And the punting unit makes their way out for Cincinnati. He's been dealing with a groin injury, unavailable this evening. Long throw is caught. Jahdae Walker, a Red Raider from Shaker Heights, climbs the ladder.
Boy, that was not only a heck of a catch, but watch Case Keenum lay this one in perfectly. Right over Newton.
Inch perfect throw, 36 yards downfield from Case Keenum. Keenum play action, he's looking downfield and he's going to check down Ahmed down to the 40-yard line. Loved AJ Green, says surreal to play in Cincinnati.
Love you too. Great job, man. I really do. I enjoy working with you. You started as a really young kid too.
I was. You brought me along. 4th down. That's bobbled into the sideline. Incomplete. A turnover on downs. And Jasir Taylor makes a big play for Cincinnati on the coverage, busting up Richardson.
Case Keenum throws the football right here.
One-word play calls and things that would carry multiple words worth of weight to simplify the offense a little bit and just make it easier to learn for guys. And it made a big difference come the bye week. Nice find by Johnson. Diving effort by Tinsley, who's proven he's still here. Sewell made the hit on Johnson, but he doesn't slow down the Bengals offense.
Johnson doing a nice job taking it to the outside.
1st down and 10 for Cincinnati. Johnson feigns, will throw to the end zone. Slapped away. Manning got up and kept it away from Young, who is a great red zone target.
Well, you know, in my humble opinion, I think under center, lineman in a 3-point stance gives the defense more to think about.
Johnson on 3rd down and 5. They need the 12.
Got him.
Young. Caught. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals' shiny new red zone target has his first NFL touchdown. He just burnt Dante Manning all alone in the end zone, and the Bengals grab the lead.
But it has to translate to the game if I'm going to be a difference maker on this team. You just saw it translate to a preseason game tonight.
Hoping this defensive front could stand up a 3rd consecutive time. Keenum hands off, and that is a 1st down. That is the 8th target for Young. 3 catches, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Out to midfield. Johnson on the roll, throws, completes, and this is Brooks. Taj Brooks, they wanted to see him show off his receiving capability. Johnson motioning Tanner Hudson around. Johnson to throw. Guns it over the middle. That's caught. Hudson. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And the Bengals offense stays hot.
There's another one of those tight ends. We've been talking about that tight end group. Tanner Hudson. You know, you're going to look at players to hopefully evaluate them, even if it means them getting in there and maybe not winning a football game.
Whoa. Big run across midfield. That'll change the arithmetic for the Bears.
Achman's gotten a lot of reps this first half right here. Doing a nice job just taking it to the outside, going back inside. Nice block by the offensive lineman.
This will be from 44. Snap, spot, and hold. All the leg he needs. And after the Bengals grab a couple of touchdowns and start to pull away, the Bears do kick a field goal as the first half expires. After Joe Burrow was injured, was active for 3 weeks during the season as well. Long throw downfield. That's Jones at the 33-yard line. And Clifford off to a flying start.
I tell you what, the quarterbacks are looking good tonight. Clifford on his first throw, little play action, roll out to his right there. Play action to the left, come out to the right. On the run, throws the ball right in the chest of Charlie Jones.
I didn't.
I did, 7 years. I loved it. Here in Ohio, across the river, northern Kentucky.
Williams first down, wide receiver screen. He had to make a man miss, and goodness did he. Tackle made by Daniel Hardy, the defensive end, getting upfield. Nice moment for Williams, who's been a key on this drive. In the game at quarterback for Cincinnati, no problem. Clifford's continuing to pilot the Bengals. Throwing for the end zone for Thomas! He's got it! Touchdown! Wow! Dropped that in the bucket! And he beat Dante Manning again!
Threw it in the bucket to the Buckeye. Former Buckeye. I'm sorry, not a Buckeye.
You also have to establish yourself, right, as a player in this league before you can become that.
100%. Like that's why like I want my play to speak for itself. So I'm not like the rah-rah kind of guy.
Taking on double teams and offering something different than the other interior linemen. Dante Myers just went back about 10 yards to return this. He's got acres of space and keeps his footing outside the 40 to the 47.
I tell you what, kudos to Scott Peters, kudos to these young offensive line for all the time that Josh Jones and Clifford have had tonight.
Handoff up the middle. That's going to be a loss of a couple tonight from Ben Johnson, but he fell short of the challenge. 3rd and 5. Clifford escapes. Clifford on the run, throws, incomplete. Ball got away. Pressure from Martin from behind.
All those type of things are versatile things that help. And so on top of that, especially with Al has such a creative mind when it comes to defense and how he uses his players. So those two things together.
Thanks, Joe. Boye, 44 pressures last year, largely played on early downs for Seattle. So maybe the sack numbers. Back four was decimated at the end of last season. Back to throw. Clifford launches, looking for a one-handed grab. Jack Endries. And he'll do it from the middle of the logo. Good snap, good hold. Goodness, did he get all of that? Wow. Oh, man. Evan McPherson from 58.
My goodness. That
This dude swings Thor's hammer with his right foot.
My goodness. We heard the contact.
Can't wait to see everyone in the jungle here in just a few short weeks' time. Clifford airing it out. Did he sneak that in the window? It was intercepted. Picked off by Thomas. He's running the other way. And he was down on the sideline.
Completed first. Clifford goes back. Plenty of time. That's just a heck of a play right there. Wow.
You know, we're going against our defense every single day, so I'm running out of tricks on how to get open against the same guys every single day. So to go against in a different opposing team.
All right, that is Mike Gesicki, 3rd year with the Bengals. Mike, back up to you.
Thanks, Joe. Moss on 3rd down. Oh, he is sacked. He is sacked again.
Landon Robinson.
Foskey and Robinson meet at the quarterback. Robinson's got another sack to his credit. Robinson is having the kind of preseason that makes it real. Put names on a headset or something. I don't know how that works. 3rd down and 8 here for Clifford. Throws the wide receiver screen. Nothing doing that time around. And the tackle made by Jeremiah Martin. 1:05 to play in the fourth quarter here in Cincinnati. 4th and 5, and that fired over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Ismael.
Oh, my goodness.
Ben Johnson, Zach Taylor share a moment. Surely Zach Taylor and Press Taylor will share a moment as well.